Hi, this is Alan Lim with Slipstream Sports here with Neal Rogers with Velo News. So I noticed today that you had a pretty good day as a journalist, interviewing a lot of people, getting right in there when people weren't expecting you to. How was it for you today?
Yeah, you know, the last day of a stage race, there's always a slightly different feeling in the air. All the riders are a little bit more relaxed. The end is in sight. They know that they're going to be enjoying themselves that evening. More or less, the race has been decided, and so everybody's a little more relaxed, a little easier to talk to.
Yeah. I've been noticing that you've had some really standard questions for this week, including like, what team are you going to be riding with? Is your team going to be around for next year? What are your plans for the end of the season? Or which one of those were your favorites?
Which way did I like to phrase it best?
Yeah.
I think the way I like to phrase it best was, where will we see you riding next year? And it's an interesting time of year because some people have signed contracts, some haven't, some can talk about it, some can't. And it's almost a day-by-day thing where it's like, hey, can you talk about it now? Is it official yet?
Yeah. Now I noticed that when you were in the caravan car with me, you've got a really unique communication style for giving up the Velo News updates. You talked to, who was that? Now explain that whole process because I'm sure a lot of the inside fans want to know how it really works.
Yeah, well, it's really, we had our guy Jason Sumner. He would go straight to the finish and set up in the press room, and he'd be listening to race radio. But he didn't always have race radio. He didn't always have video feed, so it came down to me calling in, which really comes down to cell phone coverage. And as soon as the cell phone coverage would go out, and we'd be out in the country, as you saw, it's time to shut her down, take a 15-minute nap, wake up, ask you what happened, and get it all going again.
One last question here. You know, I noticed yesterday you were flying in for an interview with Hincapie, and he just gave you the stink eye. He gave you the cool breeze, the cold shoulder. How do you recover from a day like that when, you know, obviously you're right in there, you're right about to get the big interview, and boom, gone?
Well, in that case, I thought I'd actually see him at the press conference. Turned out I didn't. You always kind of just immediately start thinking about when you're going to see him next, when you might find him next. And you kind of have to have a little bit of a thick skin about things like that. Because guys, you know, sometimes they don't want to talk. Sometimes they're busy. They got to go to doping, whatever. And you just, you know, and also you don't want to wear out your welcome. You know, you don't want to be hounding the same guy over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's a good question, and it's kind of a balancing act where, you know, you try to get the important quotes without becoming a nuisance.
That's interesting. Well, we really enjoy the effort. Thanks for being out here at the Tour of Missouri. Thank you for checking in with us, and hopefully, you know, you'll keep on getting those big one-liners.
And I hope that before I ever become a nuisance, you'll let me know, like, hey, not today.
Oh, we've already let you know. Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll see you at the party tonight, Al.